So tell us what happened here. What's going on?
So this morning we had a single engine response. Came in at 0836 on a general sick call. They got here upon arrival, were met by building engineers, and quickly determined that it was going to be more than just a sick call, the potential for something bigger. So they immediately called in additional resources, the initial engine did, and it was determined that we did have a CO, which is carbon monoxide issue, within the structure, affecting pretty much the entire building.
So you had to evacuate the entire building?
Yeah, so upon arrival, when Engine 6 got here, they were able to get the initial victims down to Grady to be transported, and then once we got all the resources on scene, we had to start and just go in and evacuate the entire building just to make sure that we didn't have any other victims inside.
How many people?
So we had a total of 5 victims, 3 adults, 2 children. They've all been transported for observation down at Grady.
Were they conscious at the time?
We did have a report of 1 unconscious. There's still some a little bit back and forth of exactly how the patients are doing, so I don't have that information right now.
But the other people you had to get out of the building, did they have any problems?
No, most everybody was able to evacuate on their own coming down. So we did, when we got here and our units got here, they did activate the fire alarm system. By pulling the fire alarm system, the folks inside the building were able to, be alerted and come down on their own, a lot of them. But we did go room to room, floor to floor, from the 20th floor all the way down to make sure the entire building is clear.
Did you guys determine already what the source of this is?
So we don't know yet. We're still investigating. We're early into it, and we got a lot of other resources coming out to help with that part of it.
Who else is coming out?
I'm not sure. We're still trying to get the work with the building here and make sure that we get the proper people.
Do you know how many people were in the building?
So it was reported that it's 160 rooms. It was reported 100 was occupied, but there's not a total number.
Okay.
So 100 rooms occupied?
100 rooms occupied out of 160.
But there were 5 people who were taken to the hospital.
Correct.
5. 2 adults, did you say?
3 adults.
3 adults and
2
2
children.
Okay. For observation, so their
Yeah.
injuries are not considered serious?
Well, at this point, we don't know.
Okay.
We're still, we'll get more reports from Grady to see what their conditions are.
Okay.
So what's going on right now behind us? What's kind of happening?
So right now, we are in the process of we got the entire building opened up as best we can from the ground floor up to the roof. We've got fans, and we're positive pressure ventilating to try to make sure that we have any residual carbon dioxide in the building completely out. We got the gas shut off to the building, and once we go in and confirm that we're back to normal readings within the building, then we'll turn it back over to the building.
And the people who evacuated, do you know where? We heard MARTA buses were here.
So we did call for a MARTA bus. That's our typical protocol when we have cold weather, so that we can house people that have been displaced. But to my knowledge, I think everybody was able to leave the building, get to their vehicles. I haven't seen anybody that needed that resource, but we're still hearing if they do.
So what kind of symptoms were they showing, these 5 individuals?
I'm not sure. They did mimic some. I think the one report was the children, when the initial call came in, the children, they couldn't wake them up, so they were able to get them up, and then that's what triggered the initial 911 call.
I think the response is rather tremendous. Because of the nature, I've seen fires that didn't have as many units here. How many people you got out here?
So we ended up with a total of 20 units from Atlanta Fire Rescue, which is about 80 members, and that's not counting the additional members that came in from our headquarters, our civilian personnel, and folks that are out here trying to assist us. And then we worked in the unified command with Atlanta Police Department, Grady, to make sure that we were able to get this thing cleared quickly. And from the time we arrived on scene, we were able to evacuate and clear every single room within 1 hour.
Do you know when it could be safe to go back in?
I don't know. We're gonna be here for a while, trying to figure out exactly what happened, and then to figure out when it's safe for everybody to be able to occupy the building.
Okay. I think that covers it.
Yeah, I think so.